in the coast mountains of British Columbia.
But it keeps coming back in. Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah.
The heli logging team from Integrated Operations sizes up the fog.
Just getting up into that back stuff is the problem.
Fog is constant frustration for us. You're trying to stay productive and Mother Nature has other ideas.
After months of salvaging down cedar in the Narrows, the team has moved to a new block, the Drop. Located southwest of Lillooet, British Columbia, the Drop is a sprawling, dense forest valley, known for unpredictable weather, steep terrain, and some of the tallest cedar and fir trees in the country.
We're prepping this area for snap before I single stem.
Single stem is a very complex entity within forestry.
Single stem logging involves selecting specific trees in a stand, climbing and topping them, so a heavy lift helicopter can snap them off the stump and fly them to a landing.
Single stem logging is a great way to not take out more than you need to and still have a fully intact forest left behind.
And it's been the most successful side of our business. Crispin looks after and manages the whole operation. He's great at what he does.
What do you think about pad 5? Do you think that's an okay spot to be putting guys? I think it'll be all right. It's definitely improved. I'm gonna reposition the climbers. We'll go touchdown, and you can just hit the spin, and I'll get the guys organized.
For the last 2 days, thick fog has made it impossible for the A-Star support helicopter to get the crew on the block. But now that it's clearing up, they can get back to work.
Finally. One more fog day. I'm calling for it.
If we didn't go to work today, I was gonna just lose it. I was getting bored.
The guys have been down for 2 days now. Feeling the pressure for sure.
And with the air crane heavy lift helicopter scheduled to arrive tomorrow, the climbers are making up for lost time.
So how many guys do we got going on today?
We got 8 climbers on the hill, myself and pad builders.
Yeah.
We're coming in guns a-blazing.
Welcome to the world of heli logging.
The mission for the team at the Drop is to get in there, get all the stems climbed, prepped, ready for the helicopter.
All right, I'm above pad 5 right now.
Made it, finally. 2 days of mental anguish, struggling looking at the fog. Finally, we're on the hill. I'm feeling good. Excited to get back in the swing of things. All right. Single stem is a multi-phase operation. So first phase is the engineers coming in to mark wood. Check my map here. All right, first tree. Then we send climbers in to climb all the trees that have been identified. Back in business. There is no formal training to be a forestry climber. I had a natural affinity for climbing, so I'd already been rock climbing for a lot of my youth. You learn a lot as you go. Spurs are how we are able to stick into the tree. So basically, have a knife on your foot. You gotta be really careful, because if you stick one of those spurs into yourself, it's gonna go right through you.
As he climbs, Crispin de-limbs the tree.
I focus on my breathing when I'm climbing. In through the nose, out through the mouth.
It is a very physically demanding, difficult job. And if you don't have passion for it, you won't make it.
Just gonna take this top up above you here.
Rocking. Get this top off of here. gorgeous. There we go, 35 meters.
The single stems in the drop are going to be power poles. The longer the stick, the more valuable the piece is.
Blue ribbon on top.
The ribbon lets the heavy lift helicopter pilots know which stems are ready for snap and fly.
Generally, there's an expectation to produce 10 trees climbed per day. It's challenging. There's no easy thing about it.
Now, let's spin up the tree. All right, here we go.
A kilometer to the east,
Have a good day out there.
the A-Star drops more climbers on the block.
Yeah, it's a good calf burner. You gotta be quick on the ground. Somehow it feels like we're always walking uphill out here, eh?
Although he's only been at it for a year, Ben is one of Integrated's most productive climbers.
I did file a few of these teeth this morning. I was out trying to climb every peak in the valley before I could even drive, and that naturally led me into climbing trees and realizing I could make money doing it.
If you're gonna try and get 10 trees in a day, these topping saws are great. And we carry these guys with us, full of fuel.
Always comes with me. I like to over-prepare up there, because you never know. You might get to the top of the tree and run out of fuel.
You run out of fuel in a tree, pop up a tank, and you just keep going without having to come down here and refuel. You're here looking at my first tree of the day. There's no taper, there's no wiggles, there's no leans.
We have one of the most dangerous jobs on Earth. We're spending all day 150 feet in the air, taking tops off trees and running around the forest.
Yeehaw! Playing a dangerous game.
We have ways of making that top go wherever we want it. We're looking for a hole in the forest big enough for that top to go, so we're not going to smack it right into another stem.
Up! Now for my favorite part. I like to just not stop moving. Easy as that. No time to waste, on to the next.
You're going out there, it's you versus the forest. There's nothing else like it.
On a good day, a tree will take about 20 minutes. Well, that's a good time to run out of fuel. Don't worry, I'm planning for this. Oh no. My backup fuel fell off my belt. Well, that's a good time to run out of fuel.
At the drop,
Oh no. My backup fuel fell off my belt.
Ben runs out of gas while topping a massive cedar.
Gotta run down 30 meters, refuel, run up. That is one of the most frustrating things that can happen to you as a climber.
Murphy's Law, that's the moment something's going to go wrong, and you have to be prepared for that.
I was able to get a hold of my mini unit again. Frustrating. Wish it didn't happen. My legs are tired from it. Now I know I gotta go back up and finish that top, so that's logging. If I don't get 10 trees at the end of the day, I'm not happy with myself because I know I could have. I don't know what you're gonna do about it now other than keep going.
Just got you in there first there, Dennis.
A kilometer north,
Yeah, I'm just looking for you right now.
The A-Star support helicopter is making a special delivery.
Keep coming here. Down slope from you. 30 feet. 10 feet. Release. Clear.
Fallers Dennis and Dave have hiked into a remote area to build a helipad.
We got our bags, our saws, axes, all our tools we need. And hopefully the weather cooperates to get the pad built. We got fog issues.
You're watching that weather all the time because something happens and they need to be able to get to you.
The pad will allow the A-Star to land climbers on a new section of the block.
We're looking for 2 live trees that are about 10 to 12 feet apart that we can use for posts for the back of our pad to hold it up. Ready to get going down here now.
Dennis falls the trees that will become the helipad support posts. If they can't finish the pad before nightfall, they'll have to hike off the block.
We're just gonna pull one more tree and hopefully it lands in the right spot and we'll rip all our boards and stringers out of it. Time's ticking.
Yeehaw, right on.
A kilometer to the west,
Yeah, that's my next tree.
Crispin moves on to his 5th seater.
You know, you just gotta keep your head on straight and you're faced with adversity all day, right? That's the climber lifestyle. Life is just ups and downs. More ways than one.
There was a moment when I was concerned about would I ever be able to kind of do this job again.
A few years ago, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. And so that kind of took me out of the game for a little bit.
So I had to go on an aggressive bout of chemo where I was 3 bags of chemo a day, 5 days a week for 3 months.
The company still continued on forward with lots of support from my partners and from all the guys who work for us.
When I heard Crispin was dealing with cancer, I was really worried about him. Young family, young man, it's just not something you hear very often.
Crispin, we've been through so much together building this company up. It's a bit of a brotherhood there, and we couldn't do it without one another.
Coming up on 2 years out of chemo, I'm back at it and feel very blessed to be coming out the other side of it.
He came back and just hiked through the bush, didn't say a word about it, and would still just climb circles around some of the best climbers out here.
Definitely getting stronger, but still have neuropathy and some pain in my feet. As they say, a little bit of pain never hurt anybody.
I got my undercut in now here. I'm just gonna make sure my aim's good.
130 feet above the block.
Woo!
Curtis threads the needle
Oh, that was awesome.
and is on track to make his 10-tree quota.
Woo! Right on. I love my job. It's just been nothing but excitement. That feeling where you're, a little bit scared, it tells you that you're alive. Away we go. Back when I first started, you climb up 80 feet. It seems real high. Your knees are shaking. You get down, you look up, you're like, oh, that wasn't that high, and you push yourself to go higher and higher. And then eventually, heights don't matter anymore. So I'm taking a couple of measurements, finding where I reach that maximum weight point, and cracking the top there so that they can actually get it out of here.
Stems can't exceed the air crane's 17,000-pound lift capacity. So Curtis calculates the weight based on the height and diameter of the tree.
Wow. I'm at 16.3 right now, 16,300. I go up another meter, and that's about 17,000.
But the weight of the stem isn't the only red flag.
There's a seam down in between the two branches that grow up into tops.
Cutting through the seam could cause the tops to break off and fall back onto Curtis.
Rule of thumb is you want to go at least a foot underneath where you can stop seeing the seam. Oh my God!
At the drop,
Rule of thumb is you want to go at least a foot underneath where you can stop seeing the seam.
Curtis tops a cracked stem.
Oh my God! Whoa! Uh-oh. That's some bad things happened. And that was a little bit scary. Woo! I thought I came down far enough out of the seam, but apparently I didn't, because that front piece just peeled off. Oh, we're gonna make a little cut below it. Woo! Half the learning curve on this job is by doing it and messing up, and I'm a visual learner myself, right? So that was enough of a visual lesson. Hindsight's 20/20 on that one. Yeah, I'll go a bit further next time. That was interesting, eh?
Our opening's big enough here now. We're gonna do things a little faster.
Across the block,
We're just gonna start ripping boards here.
Dennis and Dave race to finish the helipad before nightfall.
The goal is to get picked up on that pad at the end of the day.
What do you normally like to see? I'd normally take an edge off.
Got a string down there to get a nice straight board so our pad looks good.
They'll use the felled trees to rip the boards and stringers they need to build the pad.
Ready to go. Do your best to minimize the waste, maximize the value. Well, that's perfect.
That's minimum. That's good. 1, 2, 3.
Support beams are placed on top of the stump. And the ripped boards are used to build the surface.
Push it this way and we'll put this one at the back. I gotta notch them all and roll them over. Boards, nails, paint.
I'm painting where the stringers and where his back bear paws sit, so I can see them a bit easier.
Done.
Oh yeah!
With a limited amount of time, I think we're done here in under 3 hours. Ready to go when you are.
Dennis calls in the A-Star support helicopter for the final test.
We're straight downhill from here right now.
A-star pilot Chris eases onto the new pad. The landing is a success, and a new section of the block is opened up. Down the hill.
I'm just gonna jig a few stems here.
All right, copy that. We'll talk to you in a bit.
Crispin has switched from climbing to one of the most important steps in the single stem process, jigging.
All right, H81. This is our guy.
Jigging is putting cuts to the base of the tree in order to get it prepped for the heavy lift to come in and snap and fly it.
After the climbers complete each section of the block, the jigging crew moves in for the final cuts.
All right, it's kind of a crazy thing we do.
Jigging involves making 2 cuts on either side of the tree, preserving a thin strip of holding wood in the middle. The holding wood allows the stem to remain standing.
Jigging is almost unnatural because the series of cuts are designed to not make the tree fall over.
Before the heavy lift helicopter shows up, we need to get everything cut and prepped and ready to go. The clock doesn't stop ticking.
To stay on track, jiggers need to prep 30 trees per day.
Sometimes things come together and our guys can actually work fast enough to make up lost time. That and a little luck could mean that we can be ready for that air crane.
Southwest of Lillooet, British Columbia,
Today is the big day.
the air crane arrives at the drop.
Gorgeous.
Knowing that you're moving on to the next phase, knowing that you're pushing things forward, I'm very excited. When the helicopter's on site, there's always an added element of pressure. You've got a machine costing $16,000 an hour, and any second that it sits and isn't being productive is burning money. Well, Mark and Bill fly the air crane. They have more experience on that helicopter than anybody else going out there.
This block and this block are gonna be your heavy stems. The ground is all cushy for laying stuff down. They're all jigged nice and low.
Unlike the salvage operation in the Narrows, where Mark and Bill were grappling timber that was already on the ground, they'll be lifting standing trees.
Single stem is a little bit of a different bird. There's a lot more precision. It can be trying at times, but generally speaking, it works well.
Ready? Yes, sir. All right. All right, guys. Go grab one off that top strip and stick her upstairs. Yeah, you like it. Really got to lean on it.
Mark grapples the first stem. The holding wood breaks away, and it snaps off the stump.
Easy peasy.
Well, girls, perform like champs always.
What's the weight on that one? Hitting up 415-ish with the grapple. Straight on. Just work this area for the time being.
A blizzard showed up last night. Probably 8 inches of snow, I guess.
The trucks are having a hell of a time.
2 hours north of Prince George, British Columbia. An early blast of winter hits Duz Cho's newest block, Bear Creek.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk to you guys a little bit after there. The way it is right now with the snowing, there's a lot to do. We just got to work with the weather because we need to get the wood moved out.
But the first snowfall of the season has revealed just how treacherous the block road is.
It just gets too slippery in the truck. Doesn't matter, they can put chains on it, but you can only do so much with the chains, right?
Up on the hill.
The snow, it's ugly. Pockets everywhere.
The bunchers fight through the snow to reach the trees.
Ah, come on. There we go. Oh, it's mine.
While the six-wheeled skidders drag the harvested logs to the landing.
Come on this side now, Trevor, please. Alrighty.
That's the name of the game, is try and stay ahead of the next guy. It's hard. You can get into trouble right here, right in this kind of ground. And if you're not paying attention, it'll pull you over right now.
I do rely on the guys. A lot of times they know what should be done, even if I'm not there to tell them. How you making out?
Good.
We just got to get some wood ahead of the processors, right?
We got a few days here for him now.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
To keep the wood moving, Kevin is bringing in a second processor.
I'm always trying to think ahead because I know what needs to be done.
Every day my phone rings and it's, can you move this? Can you move that? I take the bunchers in first, and then we bring in the skidders, and then the processors.
But hauling the 45-ton machine up the icy block road will be a challenge.
Well, you'll see how steep it is when we come off the highway there. We'll just have to see. We might even come sliding down there.
Beauty.
Back at the drop.
I gotta hurry up here. The air crane isn't a schedule.
So we gotta get moving here. There's a lot of millions of dollars. We start messing up things we can't mess up.
And away we go.
The climbers are on the move, racing to stay ahead of the air crane.
Long shift trying to climb 10 of these a day.
Ross tackles his first cedar of the day.
I climbed back in Scotland. I started fresh out of school, I was 16. Already, we're good to go. Eventually ended up in BC. Haven't really looked back, it's a lot of fun. He's kind of skinny. You don't want to be climbing anything past the width of a beer can. I can tell you, most guys who work in the bush know exactly how wide a beer can is. I know I do. Okay, top! Higher up you are, the more they wobble. Got to be super careful. This is giving us a measure. We got a 31 metre pole. I'm happy with that. No, I try not to tell my mum too much either. I guess if she sees this, she's going to know. Oh, and that is the feet firmly back on the ground.
Ross moves on to his next tree.
So, I just really wonder about this one. It's not looking great. And I am going to just bore into it and see if the tree is worth climbing or not.
The tree is showing signs of rot.
And if you don't have 6 inches of good wood, there's a high likelihood the tree might just fall over.
Ross bores in to test the quality.
Rotten. Oh. No bueno for climbing. I am going to have to delete this tree. F134. That's delete for quality.
The deleted tree has cost valuable climbing time.
It's pretty expensive to have that thing in the air. So you just got to try and be as productive as you can. All right, on to the next one.
Perfect, nice pick.
A kilometer away,
Everything is about efficiency out there.
Crispin jigs stems ahead of the air crane.
So this is where it comes really critical. We gotta make sure we keep them on the wood. You gotta stay ahead of that air crane. We don't want to have any downtime.
Straight down from there or left? Yep, right off your nose, you got it. Cool. How can that not be on there?
The stem won't snap off the stump.
Struggle. That didn't work out. Jigged. What's that? Not jigged. Oh. Not jigged. Oh.
At the drop,
That one just out your window, see if you can see ribbon.
an unjigged stem is slowing the air crane's progress.
Crispin, you're in the crane?
Go for Crispin.
Yeah, Crispin, just in this upper block, looking at the data, we run across one, possibly not jigged.
If a helicopter shows up to a tree and it's unable to pull it, that's just burnt time and burnt money.
The air crane moves to another section of the block, while Casey jumps into action.
Nobody wants to waste wood out here. We want to make sure it's cut up and flown by the helicopter because we put a lot of time and effort into climbing them.
Good job, Casey. I-64, on your return, you can come for that stem there. It's all jigged up now.
Okay, copy that. Thanks, guys.
Just with everything, there can be slips in communication, and you just gotta make sure that you're ready to react. Here she comes. It's gonna be on your 11 o'clock. Keep going up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. Cat, come forward. I got a flashlight pointing at you.
Straight up, you cloud. Keep coming.
All right.
There you go.
Thanks, we'll see you in a bit.
On to the next.
Crispin and the crew will do their best to stay ahead of the air crane for the next 6 days.
I have the best crew out there. I couldn't ask for a better team to be backed by. It is a lifestyle job. It's not something that you can just kind of wade into and wade out of. If you're going to be into it, it just drives you. It kind of keeps you moving forward and makes all of the hardship worthwhile.
Be careful. Good. I'm coming up with the processor.
Outside of Prince George, the processor makes its way up the icy block road.
I'm gonna start climbing.
With the equipment we have, trying to put it all in the right spot at the right time, you just have to keep moving things around.
Hey, right load, up the A road. Zero.
tricky thing with this is the tracks stick out past the edge of the trailer, so I can't see my wheels back there. I really don't want to put my trailer into the snowbank. Oh! That's how fast it goes in, eh? Oh, that kind of freaked me out.
The icy conditions are making it tough to keep the 90-foot low bed on the road.
Getting steep, all right. Apparently it's really freaking steep up here. Spin a little bit. You don't put another set of chains on. Can't make her with one. Let's try it with two.
The low bed is stuck 3 kilometers from the block.
Get a little momentum going and we may make her. Let's try. Okay? We're gonna see how this goes now. Oh, baby. It's gonna start chewing. Here we go.
The extra set of chains gets the low bed up the incline.
There's gonna be another good pull here, bud.
But there are more steep hills ahead.
Uh-oh. Nope, we're not making her, bud. No, sir. Skitterman, Trevor, you on there? I need a pole, bud, up the hill to process them.
North of Prince George, Bill's low bed can't make the icy climb to the block.
We'll talk to Billy here. See if we can figure out what's going on.
I'm stuck.
See, I thought you were gonna be able to make that.
Yeah, I know. I got Trevor coming down. Get him to pull me up around the corner.
Okay. But I'll get out of the road and we'll see if we can get the skidder in here. So when the track's stacked, we can use whatever machine's available at that time to get them out.
And it's too bad. That pulls the skidder away from skidding wood for at least an hour.
Ready to go?
Okay, Trevor, go ahead. Here we go. Oh, this is a challenge, all right. The short, steep hills all one after another. Try to stay wide. Just want to drag my trailer around that top corner here and pull me. There you go. Thank you. Awesome job, bud.
Hey, don't stop it, huh?
Well, that was a successful pull. No broken chains or parts.
That's all a part of working as a team. You got to stick it out with everybody else.
Yeah, let's try it again. Well, this has been an interesting day. Yeehaw. We're in.
Wasn't that bad?
No, it wasn't that bad.
I never spun a wheel the whole way up.
Yeah, you didn't. Right on. We got her done.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Awesome.
With the processor on site, the operation can keep rolling.
Get this machine off the deck and get it to work. As you can see, there's lots of work to do here.
The team has a long winter season ahead.
We're up so high, it could snow here every day, so it's gonna be a challenge getting wood out of here.
We need to get the wood loaded on the truck, and whatever needs to happen between now and then, that's what we need to do.
We gotta get to 8 Mile. We're under the gun to get there.
Next time on Timber Titans.
An operator error. Hopefully this all works out.
Holy.
The bridge is all rotted away.
The truck could fall through.
We got 130 loads trapped behind this bridge.
Bit of a challenge getting up there.
It's just like a beach on the side of a mountain.
Once it's in you, it's hard to kick it.
You have to keep the wood moving. That's what it's all about.
Got one at a time.
You're always under the gun,
Ready to tip.
and things never go your way.
Wind really come up.
No.
Every single log is hard to earn.
That's the nature of the beast.
Hey, Sheldon, you copy? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he's got 6 corners wide. Better to be safe than sorry.
The ground we're logging, it's quite steep, right? So there's always that concern of slides happening.
250 kilometers northeast of Vancouver, British Columbia. The Peters contract logging crew is returning to a job they had to abandon 3 years ago.
This bridge got washed out here. There was logs everywhere. There's a bank to the right where it carved like a mountain. Yeah, right there. If we were logging when that slide happened, we would have been trapped.
Holy. In 2021, a powerful atmospheric river pummeled southwestern British Columbia.
Relentless rain is causing chaos on the roads.
Close to a foot of rainfall in 48 hours triggered massive landslides and severe flooding across the province.
Unreal, hey?
From that atmospheric river, the Anderson, it was destroyed for kilometers. Wiped out roads, took out bridges. I've never seen nothing like that before.
Calling Sheldon. Think we got to start pulling. Yeah, you bet.
The newly constructed road would get them to the abandoned block. But it's too steep for the low bed, so a grader will have to pull it the rest of the way.
That grader's got a lot of work to do. Just a matter of how long it'll take.
While the grader crawls up the mountain, Sheldon and the crew continue to the block.
When the floods happened, it just washed out our road. We usually don't leave the machines out in the bush, but with what happened, we had no choice. Oh, she's still there. Right on. So we haven't seen this yarder in a few years. It got trapped up here. We gotta get this thing up and running and get logging. I want to do a service on it just because it's sat so long, and might as well put new filters in it and fresh oil. So then we know it's all good, and then hopefully it fires up.
Lots of times they won't when it's sat that long, but we'll see.
Here's some grease.
One will be enough. Okay. Sheldon's very good boss. Everybody enjoys working for him. He's came a long, long way, working for his dad.
This is Sheldon's second season running the company, since his father, Gary Peters, passed away 2 years ago.
My dad started the company, so summer break, I would come out and pack gas and oil around, and then that's how I got into it. I started at the bottom and worked my way up. Then when me and him were working side by side, I would basically look after the logging end, and he would look after the financial end. The Anderson was the last block that I did with my dad. So there's pride in finishing the job.
Slow. Good.
Good?
Yep. Good. It's good.
When a machine sat so long, it's important to put new filters and fresh oil in it. That is it. Okay, Ralph, hopefully she fires.
Okay. Fire in the hole.
All right, well, moment of truth here.
Okay, come on, Betsy, fire up. There she goes.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, Ralph, stand the tower up.
Yarders have been used for timber extraction for over a century. Using a tower and a system of steel cables and pulleys, the yarder works like a clothesline. The rigging is sent out over the block, slacked so felled logs can be choked, lifted, and pulled back to the landing.
Okay.
What do you think?
Just checking things out. That is steep. What we do, right?
Situated in the Fraser Canyon, the Anderson is a bottom side, meaning the yarder will have to pull logs up the steep slope to get them into the landing.
We're logging fir. There's some cedar in there, and then there's some hemlock as well.
But after 3 years on the ground, the logs are brittle and starting to rot.
We want to get this wood out right now because there's still value in it. They can still make lumber boards out of it. A year from now, it could be just straight pulp.
But Sheldon and the crew are on a tight timeline.
I've already committed to another job, so I have 2 weeks to get the Anderson done. It's all yours.
I'm the yard engineer. I bring the logs out of the bush into the landing. I've been running the yarder for, I know for sure, 48 years. A long time.
Watch your noggin if you want to keep on logging. I'll get this top down here, Brennan. You gotta grab this one.
Down below, the hill crew sets chokers on the massive logs.
There's so many things that can happen out here in a blink of an eye. So we try our best to make sure we go in alive and come out the same way. Every single turn.
They call me the branch manager because I manage the branches. Ouch. But my watch is caught.
The Rolex.
The Timex. Good man.
Okay.
The whistle tells me what they want. Beep, 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 twice in a row, they want me to give her. Lots of throttle.
Well, my job description is a chaser, so I unhook the chokers when they come in. In a narrow little spot like this, we need the loader to take the logs away from us as we yard them, or we can't get the next turn in. It gets hung up in the ones that are hanging over the bank, eh?
You want them to grab one more rope? No, we'll be catching all the butts hanging over the bank. I hope that our loader gets here soon. Where are you guys? Still making our way up there. Steve, gotta take it slow. Roger that. Shut it off.
Yeah, I was hoping he was already going to be here.
Sheldon and the crew can't yard until the loader arrives to clear the landing.
Nothing we can do about it. Sucks, but it's the way it is. That's logging.
In single stem logging, most of the areas we access are very difficult. You cannot take machinery into these areas. We need to go in with helicopters.
Working the remote, the extreme, the difficult ground, the challenging trees, and not everyone's cut out to do this style of logging.
Definitely aggressive terrain out here.
There's no room for error.
In the coast mountains of British Columbia.
Am I clear to come into pad 3? You're all clear.
Integrated Operations Single Stem Logging Crew is on their first block of the summer season.
Thank you.
Integrated Operations is the biggest single stem contractor in the world, no question. And Crispin runs a fantastic program.
Single stem harvesting is a multi-phase operation. First, trees are selected by forestry engineers based on quality. Next, they are limbed and topped by climbers, then partially cut at the base, so a heavy lift helicopter can snap them off the stump and fly them to a landing.
One of the benefits about using single stem is that we don't have to open up a big block. You can just target the trees that you need to get out and leave basically a full standing forest.
Back in business, baby. No step around here is easy.
Integrated is still in the climbing phase of the operation.
These are our spurs. We use them to get in the tree with that vicious looking unit right there.
And with the heavy lift helicopter scheduled to arrive next week.
And here we go.
15 climbers are spread out across the block.
Man, climbing trees is the easy part up here.
Climbers are packing around 60 pounds worth of gear, hiking in terrain with no trails.
You got to physically get to where the trees are, which is not the easiest thing.
The climbers find all the trees that the engineers have previously identified.
We try to get 10 a day. We're here to log, not the dog.
You got to have some grit and staying power for sure.
We work in some crazy environments where one wrong move and you're falling hundreds of feet.
Hey, topping time.
How tall are you, Hook? I'm about 5'10", but this tree's 24.
All right, pink this for the helicopter. Get on to the next one. Climbing is incredibly physically challenging, but it's the mental will to do it that carries you through it.
Where there's a will, there's a way. There's a lot of strong wills out here.
The block that we're working on is brutal. It's some of the toughest, steepest ground that we've worked on ever.
The block is inside the Spelkumpten Community Forest, a 17,000 hectare forest managed by the village of Pemberton and the Lilwat First Nation.
The concept with the Spelkumpten Community Forest is to find a way forward that's sustainable. You know, here's our opportunity to manage a forest in a different way.
The Community Forest Agreement fosters economic opportunity, stewardship, and local decision-making within both communities.
Spelkumpten's a starting place for partnerships and sharing of values that we have.
So the whole concept of the community forest model is to keep the local resources and the forest values that are present around a community within that community.
Integrated Operations has been contracted to selectively harvest 2,500 trees from specified areas within the forest.
We're going after transmission power poles for hydro projects all over North America.
These poles are almost double the value of a regular saw log.
Okay, it's somewhere up there.
Yeah, up there.
Oh, just keep climbing.
Yeah, it's gonna be way up there.
High above the forest.
Look, it's scrumpy over here. Oh man, it's gonna be steep.
Shane and Bill are on a mission to build a new helipad so that climbers can access the last section of the block.
Alright, have a good day, okay?
Yeah.
Beauty.
This is how we access these remote areas. You drop in, you walk in, you look for a place to make an opening and build a landing.
The orange dot, this is the pad that we'd like to build. That is the pad that we're standing at. So we'll kind of go up and just bend around.
Yeah, stay high.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, booyah.
Yeah, that's steep, eh? Doesn't get much steeper than that. You see, this is too steep. We need something that's got a gradual approach at the front. So when the helicopter comes in, it's got room for the blades to take up the space. If the helicopter landed here, the blades would be into the ground.
Hip, hip. Hey, Billy.
Yo.
I think this might be a good spot.
Okay. We're gonna have to have Emily bring the gear in. It's a lot easier to walk in with nothing but an axe, find your pad site, and then have your stuff slung into you.
I've been flying for 5 years. As the 206 pilot, I support the crew, basically the air taxi driver. So I put them on the hill and bring their gear in when needed.
Hey, Emily, you got an ETA when you make you ready to bring our stuff?
Just lifted off, coming up.
We'll be ready. Okay, Emily, we are straight up the hill from you.
Oh, okay. When you're long lining, we have 200-foot lines because the trees are up to 200 feet, sometimes more.
Yeah, a little bit more to you.
Oh, I gotcha.
Emily needs to hover just above the canopy so the long line can reach the forest floor.
You're pretty close to the trees. It's important to watch out for your tail rotor.
60 feet. 40 feet.
In the community forest,
If you can come a little bit more towards me, Emily, that'd be great.
Emily hovers just above the treetops, long lining 160 pounds of chainsaw gear to the forest floor.
Hold up there. Okay, bring it down. And release. Free your gear.
Coming up.
Nice job, Emily.
Thanks, guys.
You can't have two guys working too close together doing this kind of work.
I like it.
So, one guy works, one guy watches.
Helipads are built in 3 stages. First, pad stumps are cut from felled trees. Stringers are placed on top of the stumps, level with the hillside. Crossboards are nailed to the stringers, creating a 14-foot wide landing surface.
That'll be one of the back stumps. Yeah, it's going.
Off to the races. We've got to make our stringers, which I'll do right now.
Yeah, once we get the stringers on, then it's just boards.
Yeah. The stringers are the main support beams. There's 2 of them. They go from the pad stumps to the ground. One, two, three.
Okay, give me a sec.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll pivot it.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. I'm wondering if we should just put it up.
Depends on how much you can lift.
I can... I'm skin and bones.
Yeah, yeah? I won't tell anybody you said that.
The stringers itself are 6x8, so they're quite heavy. And I mean, a lot of times they're 14 feet to 16 feet long.
Let's see how high we can get this thing up. Okay, can you hold there for a sec?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy, I don't know about that one, Billy.
It's gotta come down. Bring it down. Rolling, it doesn't want to be there.
All right.
We're gonna have to line it straight up with it, or it's gonna roll.
Yeah.
The steeper the ground, the higher the back stump, which means you have to lift it further in the air. It's hard to do.
Because it's over our heads, we're gonna put the slider on, and then we put the tip onto here, and we slide it on up instead of raw power, which we don't have.
There?
I just need one good smack.
Yeah, I know. Go. Okay, that's going nowhere.
Here, let's go on either side.
I can't see, so you let me know. My way, where?
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, 2 seconds. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, little guy. Okay.
On.
1, 2, little guy. Ah. Okay.
The more level you can make the pad, the easier it is for the pilot to get on and off. I mean, this is an aircraft, and it's landing in a remote area. So, level is what you're aiming for.
Hang on, right there. I will admit that every time I build a pad, there's always a rush.
If Bill and Shane can't finish the pad today, they'll have to hike back to where they dropped in.
Hiking out's not really a good option. You're at the end of the day, you know, your blood sugar levels are low, you don't got too much food left, your water's almost out.
We're not out of the woods yet.
We're a ways away from getting out of the woods.
Watch it down below. I gotta go make a prayer and sit on that chair.
In the Fraser Canyon, the loader's finally on the block.
Good to go. Only got one small one after the landing.
And the Peters crew has room to work.
We're in such a small landing. When we land the turns, we need the loader to keep the chute clean.
Watch yourself, guys. If the line clears, those chokers can flop around quite a bit, so just get back here a bit. Like that.
Yeah, those chokers, if one of them swings around and hits you, you're gonna know you were hit. They've got lots of people. Knock out teeth pretty easy.
Steeper than a cow's face.
I don't get that.
Oh, it just, cow's nose is real steep, so that's one of our logging sayings. Steeper than a cow's face. See her? Okay, I'm getting out of here.
Hey, Sheldon. We got a pretty big fence, so might want to keep an eye on those lines. Roger that.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard pull.
What's tough with yarding the bottom side with it being that steep is it gets dangerous with runaway logs.
Come on, baby.
The choker can come undone or slide out of the choker and go back at the guys.
Yeah.
Sheldon spots a pulled strand on the haulback line.
Yeah, slack her down.
We can't work with a strand pulled because it's dangerous. That's not good. Just weaker now, right? And if it breaks, that could be dangers for the guys out in the bush. The line comes whipping back, so not good. That's not good. Just weaker now, right? And if it breaks, that could be dangers for the guys out in the bush. The line comes whipping back.
On the Anderson, a pulled strand on the yarder's haulback line has shut down production.
How steep the ground is, how big the wood is, just that much pull on that eye can just cause strands to just pop.
When that eye wears out, you got them to be able to put a new eye in the line and fix it. Those lines there are 1,000 feet long and the other one 2,800 feet long. You don't throw it away and get another one.
You gotta cut the line and then splice it back together.
Ron forms a new eye.
It's basically a loop on the end of a cable, so you can shackle that cable to another piece of equipment.
You pry down like this, and that'll open those bottom two strands right up for you.
How do you know how to do this, Ron?
I'm 72 years old. I've been doing this since I was 17, but I don't know now. There's not much hope for me.
The steel strands are separated and spliced together.
And then this one comes back and around.
You're tucking through one side of the line and it's got to come back the other side and then back again across to get the 3 tucks.
And this one goes in.
Ron's done this lots. He'd probably do it in his dreams.
Sure, that's not what he wants to be dreaming about. It's very important to have guys like Ron and Ralph around. You know, the knowledge they have is unreal.
And there she is, gentlemen. She's done deal. Cut the whiskers off and you're ready to log again. So I'll get it, so I'm gonna nip that off. So I'm a bit of a teacher out here. You gotta watch that done probably 15, 20 times before you're good enough to do it yourself. It's gonna take a while, but they'll get her. As long as I don't die first. You got her, my friend.
Oh, this was neat. I haven't done, at all. We can get back to work here. Let's go get some lumber.
So we need about 8 crossboards.
In the community forest, Shane and Bill are in the last phase of the pad build.
I'm gonna do my crossboards out of this nice straight one.
These are raw boards we're making. We're manufacturing this in the field.
When it comes to ripping the wood,
Some people are a little better than others, you know, like ripping wood's not all that easy.
I suck at ripping boards. Shane's really good at it.
Hold on, sorry. I forgot to count. 1, 2, 3.
See, if you count, then it makes it lighter. Starting to look like a pad.
Oh, unison. I've built 16 pads since I've been here. A lot.
Hey, you on there, Emily?
Hey, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we're ready for pickup here.
Yeah, come up.
It's time for Emily to put the new helipad to the test.
Good pad construction's really important. It's nice to have like a sturdier pad, nice and level.
And you want to make sure it's not too close to the hillside. You need clearance for the blades. See if I can land down here. How was that?
It was pretty good.
Did a good job on the pad.
Yeah, I thought it went pretty smooth. I'm glad it's over. All right, Emily. Thanks kindly.
With the last section of the block accessible, the climbers can move in.
I was born and raised in Antigonish, Nova Scotia. I was trained as a forestry engineer.
Where are you off to?
We're going to pad 16.
So engineering's the planning phase of forest harvesting before the ops guys go in and actually do the logging. I'd always seen videos of guys doing crazy, crazy stuff on the mountainsides, like the climbing, the falling. So I was like, that's what I want to do.
Seamus is Integrated's newest recruit and about to climb his first tree.
All right, thanks, Emily. We'll see you later.
Yeah, have to think.
His teacher is one of the best climbers in the business.
Seamus has no experience. He's never climbed a tree before, and we're teaching him from scratch. So I'm gonna climb this one. You're gonna do the one downhill.
Roger.
I'm gonna show and teach at the same time. In regards to safety, if anything goes wrong, you will not come out of the tree as long as your hands are on the rope. If you try to grab the tree is the worst thing you can do, because now look what happens to my flip line, right? Now I'm just gonna go down like a rocket. You cannot stop yourself this way. Yeah. Right? So what you wanna do is if you fall, right? It doesn't matter if you lose all the skin on your knuckles, you will not come out of the tree as long as your hands are on the rope. Raj.
Crispin's one of the best climbers I've ever seen. He just moves so naturally and gracefully through the tree.
It's a very foreign thing to go up a tree and not envision this as your entire workspace, but just this as your workspace in front of you.
I've never done this before, so if I can get up and down the tree safely and successfully in one piece and do a fairly decent job, I'm happy with that.
All right, buddy. Do I have this set up right? Yeah, so spurs in the tree. Visor down. I do remember when I climbed my first tree. I felt very unstable, unsteady, unsure. There you go.
Do you have any tips for like spurs getting stuck in the tree?
No, it's just a rookie thing. You're just kicking them in too hard.
I get you.
You'll just find that it's just less of a touch, okay? So now, chainsaw up, cut from that position.
Okay.
Holy, this is high up. Poof.
By the time he's done that tree, he'll probably be going up to about 34 meters. That's a good first tree. Seamus, why are your hands on the tree? Is that where your hands should be? No, they should be on the rope.
All right.
Rookies, eh?
Good thing I'm not scared of heights. Good thing I'm not scared of heights.
In the community forest, Seamus climbs his first tree, while Crispin watches from below.
Tell you, the hardest thing about training a new guy is slowing yourself down to their speed. When you're used to be a high-performing production unit, and you just got to sit there and wait and watch somebody, it's almost like torture.
All right, Crispin, I'm gonna send this top soon.
When your top starts to come off, put the saw on your belt.
Roger.
The one thing that you can't teach is will and attitude. And so that's what we know we've got in Seamus. I can teach you the skills, but I can't teach you the ethic. All right, brother. Good job. How you feeling?
I'm gassed.
Yeah.
I'm gassed for sure. That's a lot harder than it looks. Higher time, your whole body's just like rigid, right? That was a tough day's work, and that was a single tree. And, you know, we're expected to produce 10 of those a day minimum.
I'll take your bag at least. Grazie, amigo. All right, let's get here. Good to be able to spend a bit of time with Seamus, but there's no wasting time out here. Every second counts. We gotta get going.
So far, things are going as planned, but Crispin and the crew are a long way from finishing the job.
You're a heli. It's not one of these jobs you can get complacent at. The heavy lift helicopter is right on your heels, and there's a real race to the finish line.
Crazy climbing a day, Crispin. I can't remember. I think it's like 23 or 24. That's narrow.
Big log! Big one!
In the Fraser Canyon, the Peters crew has finally found their groove.
You gotta be on your game all the time out there. You can't take your mind off of work, and you gotta follow safe work practices when you're there.
Watch your neck, Ron.
I've been logging since I was 17, and that's 56 years ago. About 3 years now, I got some bad cancer and had to battle with that for a year. The only reason I was able to beat the cancer was I was in good logging shape, and so I figured if it ever comes back, I want to be in good shape to fight it.
They just blew go ahead, so I got to bring in a turn.
On the Anderson, a near miss rattles the Peters crew.
If I can't see them and I bring in a turn and they're in there, somebody's gonna get hurt.
They couldn't see you, is what it was.
Thought he heard myself.
Yeah, I walked in there and fired the stop. I figured he'd hear the stop.
Yeah. I was letting them know. I seen him and it wasn't stopping, and I'm like, what the
Yeah. Well, Ralph didn't see me bucking that log in there. He brought a turn just to go in on top of me. Should have made sure that he knew I was in there. But he didn't see me. I thought he saw me start the saw. I looked up at him, but I guess he didn't. Yeah, that's how stuff happens. You get too overconfident, eh?
We try to push communication and safety to the best we can, but things do happen, right? You know, communication and eye contact is huge.
I'm gonna help hook up this truck. If one of us are free, we try to help him just to speed things up and get him on his way, right? The quicker you can get the truck going, the quicker we can get back working and properly.
When we're logging, it's key to keep moving the wood. So, trucks are key.
Right on, right on. That's money in the bank right there. Good to see the logging trucks going. That's last turn.
Yeah, you bet. Going in alive, coming out the same way, baby. I love logging. It's the biggest thing in my life, you know, next to having children. I love it. Keeps me young.
Good man, Ron. That went really well.
All right, another day done. Another day all shot to hell, yep. One more day closer to the graveyard.
You look like a Backstreet Boy with that on, Ralph.
I'm not.
After a rough start, the Peters crew is back on track.
When I tell somebody I can get it done, I'm gonna try my damn hardest to do it.
But they'll need to work together to get the job done in 2 weeks.
Yarding is definitely a team sport. Everybody needs to be together, work together to get the job accomplished.
The A-team's back.
The A-team is back.
Yeah.
Whenever a heavy lift helicopter shows up, it's go time.
Next time on Timber Titans.
It doesn't get any more extreme than this.
Do it.
Stay on your toes.
Never know what to expect.
I got to shut down.
We're coops.
Yard hard, baby. When we're yarding and loading, we have lots going on. Well, that's really us for getting this done.